here on the Taste Australia.
Tonight, a Rockhampton nurse makes an official complaint.
Labor commits to a new dialysis unit.
Farmers raise concerns over a proposed coal mine.
And a farewell to the life of the party.
Across central Queensland, this is 7 News with Rob Brough and Joanne Gismond.
Good evening, thanks for joining us.
Good evening.
A North Rockhampton nurse who tested positive to coronavirus has made an official complaint against members of the Labor Party. The union representing the woman alleges she was vilified and shamed.
Just days from the election, the Labor leaders are under fire. The Rockhampton nurse who tested positive to coronavirus has made an official complaint to the Queensland Human Rights Commission.
We believe that her fundamental human rights have been breached by the government. We believe she's been discriminated against, and we believe that the government's breached her privacy.
The Nurses Professional Association of Queensland has revealed the nurse believes she was shamed and vilified in the media by the Premier, Chief Health Officer, Health Minister and the Keppel MP.
Oh, look, NPAC can do what they like, but as I said, I stand by my actions.
I'm sorry if she feels that way, and as there is a complaint, there'll be an investigation, so it's probably best for me not to comment.
Anastasia Palaszczuk and Stephen Miles revealed today they haven't been contacted regarding the complaint. But LNP leader Deb Frecklington says after calling for a full investigation months ago, she supports the nurse.
I was disgusted that this nurse was victimised by the local member and by the Labor Party in Queensland.
NPAC is now assisting the nurse in her return to work, but the Labor leaders say they stand by their actions and how they handled the COVID scare.
What I've said very consistently is that it is absolutely imperative we do not undermine the public health messaging.
Anna McGraw, 7 News.
Labor would establish a much-needed renal dialysis unit at the Yeppoon Hospital under a re-elected Palaszczuk government. Keppel's One Nation candidate welcomes the announcement as long as it's not a tactic to win votes.
It's a harsh reality for residents living with kidney failure on the Capricorn Coast. The only way to get a renal dialysis is to travel to Rockhampton. For some patients, that means multiple trips every week.
When you're sick, 9.5 hours of travel is really, really challenging.
The state government has offered a solution.
The re-elected Palaszczuk Labor government will commit $5.7 million to upgrade this hospital.
That upgrade will include 8 new dialysis chairs and the nurses to go with them.
There are people on the Capricorn Coast that have to travel. They won't need to travel anymore to Rockhampton with these beds, with these chairs here at the Cap Coast Hospital.
This is part of a $33.5 million commitment across the state to see more dialysis chairs and beds.
Keppel's One Nation candidate Wade Rothery just hopes it's a genuine offer.
The current MP has proven that promises aren't really a promise in her head.
Kidney failure can cost some patients $110,000 a year to manage.
We don't want to get it, pay the money for it, and it just sit there because we don't have the manning to make it happen.
Mr Rothery has made his own vow to locals that any promise he makes will be followed through if he's elected.
One Nation are all for these type of promises to come through, but they've got to come to fruition.
Isla Stanich, 7 News.
Residents of Brough have voted against the development of a coal mine in the region. Surveys revealed almost 100% of locals believe it would permanently destroy prime agricultural land.
It's the heartland of farming in central Queensland.
This is a pretty pristine area through here. It's a pretty reliable rainfall. It's a very fertile area.
But locals are worried it could be destroyed. Mount Ramsey Coal Company has proposed a new mine south of Brough on the floodplains of the Dawson River. A recent survey has revealed 97% of residents don't want the project to go ahead.
We just know that if you put a levee bank across a major creek like Banana Creek, which runs into the Dawson, it will cause massive amounts of water to come back because we are upstream of that.
Locals believe the levee will increase the threat of floods, potentially destroying cattle and crops. Paul and Bronnie McClellan's property is located just 800 metres from the river, and they say it's already been flooded a number of times.
We've had quite a few minor floods as well, 6 probably in the years we've been here.
Residents also say they were never consulted about the proposed site.
We're not consulted at all. There was no consultation. We didn't even know that they'd come to the town unless one town person told us.
And with acres of prime agricultural land under threat, graziers are worried local produce could be ruined.
We've got to look after it because we want it to be here for the next 1,000 years for our kids and our great-grandkids.
The big hole in the ground, you've got nothing left to farm with. You can't eat the coal.
Anna McGraw, 7 News.
Central Queensland residents are being advised to prepare for more wild weather this week, with severe storms predicted across the state in the next 48 hours. The RACQ says more than 400 insurance claims have already been made for home and vehicle damage across the state this week.
And we expect that number to rise in the days to come, so really important that you get out there, take these warnings seriously and prepare yourself.
And, of course, Livio will have the full weather forecast a little later in our bulletin.
There was a burst of colour at the Rockhampton Jockey Club this afternoon as hundreds gathered to farewell much-loved horse breeder Wayne Twigg. Dress code was big and bright, much like Twiggy's character and vibrant career.
He was a father, friend and mentor, a man larger than life who was taken far too soon.
That's what Twiggy was. He was out there loud and he's never, his glass was always full.
Twiggy was universally loved. And the people that are here today will be testament to that.
Friends of Wayne Twigg say he always had a smile on his face and the cheek to go with it.
He was always in suits, like you get these suits especially made, like Australian flag, or there'd be flower ones, and we used to have a lot of fancy dress parties, and he was always he'd win the prize,
But behind the humour, there was a fierce business and competitive streak. Twiggy lived for horse racing, breeding and training punters' favourites. But it was star galloper Mr Attitude who gave him the ride of his life.
Mr Attitude takes out the Newmarket for tab for 2019.
We've done everything together, probably for the last 30 years. Raced horses.
Mr Attitude was crowned Horse of the Year at the 2019 Queensland Thoroughbred Awards.
He'll leave a big footprint, eh? He's a great man.
61-year-old Twiggy fought a year-long battle with cancer, a fight which came to an end last week. But friends say his legacy will live on forever.
People are remembered by what they give in life, not by what they take in life. And Twiggy was a giver.
Isla Stanich, 7 News.
Well, the Queenslander has had an encounter on the Great Barrier Reef that many tourists can only dream of. An inquisitive whale shark swam right up to his boat and it was all caught on camera.
It was a surprise visit that left this boatie shocked, to say the least. Baden LeSueur was sailing from Fitzroy Island to Franklin Island in the state's far north.
It was like dead flat, crystal clear day. So I go inside the hull to make myself some lunch. And then all of a sudden I hear a splash.
When a whale shark decided to get up close and personal.
Then all of a sudden I hear a bigger splash and I'm like, God, what's going on? I've hit something.
The videographer turned his boat engine off and pulled out his camera.
Hit my rudder. Moving into the warmer months, we do start to see them a little bit more frequently, but it's still not something you see every day or every week. It's still one of those real highlights.
And the whale shark wasn't ready to leave.
It swims back up and hits my other rudder and then swims away again.
It's probably just quite inquisitive of what this object is floating on the surface, and could it be potentially a friend to travel north with.
Highlighting the natural and sometimes unusual wonders of the Great Barrier Reef.
It just shows you have to be out there to see these kind of things.
Matthew Carstunen, 7 News.
There's some great pictures. We'll take a break in a moment. The latest Rockhampton business to close its doors.
And how to have a COVID-safe Halloween.
Let's go!
Go without me.
The only way out is to quit.
Go! Stop panicking.
Some weak links amongst you.
You are a liability!
Get in the water.
Down there!
They Everyone has their breaking point.
Look at me. You get back on that log or you give me your number. Make a decision now.
SAS Australia, tonight, 7:30 on 7.
My perfect bowl?
Plain cornflakes and plain cold milk.
Warm milk? Shortbread?
No, not in the cornflakes.
You gotta have the peaches and the bananas.
Yes, ma'am.
The most important thing you can do this week is elect to buy a new or used car at Tropical Auto Group's massive Halloween sale this Friday and Saturday. We've ticked all the boxes. A huge range of Ford, Isuzu, Mitsubishi, Kia, Great Wall and Haval new cars priced from $18,990. Quality used cars from scary low prices. Don't be frightened. The deals are real and all vehicles are priced to sell. No tricks, just all treats. Join us for a monster free Barbie and drinks each day. So vote 1. Tropical Auto Group's Halloween sale this Friday and Saturday.
At Terry White Chemmart, we're adding real value every day with our own range of high-quality products, including pharmacy-only medicines, to give your family the best possible care at our lowest everyday prices. Real value every day at Terry White Chemmart.
New Primo microwave bacon. It's good as pan-fried. Just 30 seconds. Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
New Primo microwave bacon, as good as pan-fried in 30 seconds.
New tortilla pockets are ready for takeoff. And we are gone!
Launching to mess-free Mexican with new tortilla pockets from Old El Paso.
It's back! Hog's Breath Steak and Scallop Special. Aussie Fraser Coast scallops paired with premium Australian rib steak. Simply mouth-watering. Head to your local Aussie-owned Hogs for the sensational seafood spectacular. Limited time only.
When frequent heartburn kept waking me up at night, enough was enough. So I tried Nexium 24-hour.
Unlike antacids that often require multiple doses per day, Nexium 24-hour is better. Just one tablet a day can provide 24-hour protection. Live life less interrupted.
Nice having you with us on 7 News. Well, Riot Art and Craft is the latest business in our region to close its doors after the company went into liquidation. Staff at the store in Rockhampton's Stockland Shopping Centre received the news via a text message yesterday afternoon. The store is one of 56 Riot Art and Craft across the country. It's believed the retailer will continue trading online.
Queenslanders are being asked to pause this Remembrance Day to honour our servicemen and women in a COVID-safe and very Aussie way. It's the perfect excuse for a backyard barbie to raise money to support our veterans.
On the 11th day of the 11th month, the nation remembers the soldiers who died in World War I. A veterans' mental health organisation is making sure COVID-19 doesn't get in the way of commemorations this year.
Swiss 8's put together a barbecue to remember. It's a campaign encouraging people to pause, remember, bring your mates together for Remembrance Day.
It's hoped to reduce social isolation and get people talking about mental health. Former Australian rugby player Wendell Saylor is one of those backing the plan.
We love the barbecue in Australia, but there's a great cause for the men and women who serve our country.
Local pubs and RSL clubs are invited to get in on the action and host their own barbecue. Funds raised will go directly towards supporting veterans or to RSLs hosting the events.
You can register a barbie at barbecuetoremember.com, or you can just rock up to your RSL on Remembrance Day and have a barbie with the RSL.
Gismond Bennell, 7 News.
Well, like most things, trick-or-treating will look a little different this Halloween as COVID puts the frighteners on any mass neighbourhood hauntings. Communal sweet bowls are still a thing, but there are a few do's and don'ts from our police for October 31.
Forget monsters and zombies, the scariest costume of 2020 is very real.
I was closed for 3 solid months because of COVID, so I decided to be COVID.
Katrina Buckney is banking on Halloween to keep her costume shop open. So far, so good.
Lots of lab coats for like Dr. COVID.
If COVID isn't scary enough, play your trump card.
He's probably our most terrifying mask in the shop.
Trick-or-treating is allowed across Queensland this All Hallows Eve. Signs can be printed from the QPS website to run for your life or enter if you dare.
If you have young children, you should always accompany them. Make sure that they're behaving responsibly. If they're not
they're not egging the neighbours' houses and things like that.
Families are warned to stay in household groups and to use hand sanitizer between bowls of treats. Queensland Health is encouraging people to individually package loose lollies. COVID has caused the cancellation of many events this year, so people and pets are going bananas for the chance to celebrate.
This year it falls on a lunar full moon, and because nobody's partied for months, everybody's coming out to play.
Halloween parties no different to any other party. There's a maximum of 40 people in your residence.
And go easy on the booze. Sophie Tetzlaff, 7 News.
The good news, kids, Halloween is still on.
Hulk Hogan costume, am I still allowed? Is that still on?
I don't know, you don't want to scare the kids too much, do you?
Whoa, you've seen pictures. Anyway,
let's get into sport. Nath, Harry Grant reveals. Okay, what's in store for next year?
That's right, Brough. Look, the Yeppoon product is heading back to Melbourne, regardless of whether Cam Smith retires or not. More on that next. And the former NBL player wanting to go all the way with the Rockhampton Rockets in the inaugural CQ Cup.
What's that? How big is that thing?
Hold on to your boats.
The Megalodon was the largest shark that ever existed.
For the monster premiere.
Chew on this, you ugly butt.
The Meg, tonight, 8:30 on 7.
Do you want to get a... Yes. What's been the highlight of your morning? Probably this. What's to happen now? You ready to have your say?
31st of October is State General Election Day. Plan the way you'll have your say. Visit ecq.qld.gov.au.
Talking grain sorghum this season? Talk Pioneer. Tried and proven G33, A66 and new A75 are backed by local growers and an experienced local team.
Trend Interiors Tile and Carpet Court is the trusted name for floor coverings. Ask for advice about our fantastic range of products perfect for your needs and budget. Plus, take advantage of our shop at home service. Trend Interiors Tile and Carpet Court, corner Yamba Road and Main Street.
$1 is all you pay if you join or renew your Frenchville membership before the end of November. Plus, you go into the draw for a $6,000 lifestyle pack. Enjoy everything the Frenchville Sports Club has to offer and join or renew your membership for only $1.
Sunbrick Sand and Soil now has a landscape yard open in Gracemere. They have garden blends, mulch, potting mix, pavers and much more. Sunbrick Sand and Soil, Gracemere. Open 6 days. Located 50 Old Capricorn Highway. Look for the big yellow sign.
When you partner with Pioneer, you get the right seed for your farm, backed by an experienced local team.
If you're going to be good at anything, you've got to be close to some sort of an important body. Pioneer has become a big part of our farms.
Get your woolies worth this Halloween with Mars medium 12 to 18 packs or Cadbury medium 144 to 180 gram share packs, now just $2.50 each.
That's why I pick Woolies.
Welcome back to 7 News. Yeppoon's Harry Grant, who played with the West Tigers this year, has confirmed he will rejoin the Melbourne Storm and remains committed to the NRL Premiers. Grant's place in the Storm side has been heavily dependent on skipper Cameron Smith's future, but the 22-year-old says he will be there in 2021, whether Smith retires or not.
I let him enjoy the next few days after winning the grand final and celebrating, and then see what the plan is for pre-season.
For now, though, Harry is focused on pushing for a spot in the Maroon side for Game 1 next Wednesday, and he's relishing the opportunity to train under Wayne Bennett and admits he was nervous to meet the 5-time winning Origin coach for the first time.
He's definitely shown why he's such a great coach and has been around for a long time and had so much success. So, I'm just very stoked to sort of work with him over the next few weeks.
Fellow CQ Products and Storm Premiership winners Cameron Munster and Christian Welch will join Grant in the Origin camp on Wednesday. Meanwhile, the QRL has announced sweeping changes to its representative opportunities from 2021 onwards. Junior 47th Battalion Carnivals will be swapped out for development programs in the regions, while in the older age groups there won't even be selection for a Central Crows team.
Representing the Central Crows on the field is a special occasion for league players throughout CQ.
And they are excited to play for that jersey. The opportunities are becoming less to put on that jersey.
It won't be possible in the foreseeable future.
The winning team at the 47th Senior Men's Battalion will play the winner of the Foley Shield competition in Northern, and that winner then will then go on and play the winner of between Brisbane, the Gold Coast and Ipswich.
Junior rep footy will also be overhauled. They won't even have a 47th Battalion carnival.
The under-13s to under-15 grades instead of going to regional and state carnivals, will start in development programs.
They'll be based in 4 hubs in the Central region.
And those hubs will come together at the end of the year and have some games.
All these changes are part of a QRL grand plan.
Eventually, as they get older and play into our game, the selectors at the top level of the game, the Origin selectors, will have more kids that have gone through programs.
Rocky Local League has its own new look structure for 2021. The under-18 age group will be moved down to 17s.
That was mainly in line as well with the senior competition that are dropping their under-20s back to under-19s.
Connor Rose, 7 News.
The Rockhampton Rockets have added to their list of players with state league experience in basketball's CQ Cup in the form of ex-Port City Power player Matt Hancock. The Victorian has one goal he wants to achieve during his stay: win every single game from now on.
Deja vu for Matt Hancock. 2 years ago, he was doing exactly the same thing 100 k's down the road in Gladstone. He had his reunion with his old club in round 3 of the CQ Cup, where it wasn't the warmest of receptions.
Getting booed a lot is a new experience for me, but doesn't really faze me too much.
That's because his focus is fixed on the Rockets, where it hasn't taken long to fit in.
We kind of just, you just automatically come together. And it's been really good. With personalities match well.
Hancock adds experience to the young squad.
I think practices now are a lot louder, and there's a lot more talk on the defensive end, which is great. And we just try and bring that energy, and Matt brings that.
Alongside Jared Blanchard, the pair have become mentors on the side.
Matt coming in, just adds those older voices for our younger group, and they're combining well.
His stay in CQ will be short and sweet. Just 5 weeks remain, including finals. He'll refuse to leave empty-handed.
We're just trying to win outright from here on, make it to the semis. Anything can happen in a final situation.
Buoyed by a handful of promising youth, the Rockets don't see why they can't win this.
We've still got probably our best basketball to play for the remainder of the season, and it's building well.
Connor Rose, 7 News.
And that's a scary thought for the other 3 teams, and that's it for sport tonight. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Dave.
Stay with us after the break. Livio has all the weather details for us.
It takes an eagle eye to spot the hidden clues and a brilliant mind to piece it all together. Inspector Morse, tonight on 7-2.
This spring, Ladbroke multi-legs with runners from the same race, and if any of them get up, you win. Ladbrokes, back yourself.
If I were you, I'd get a long loan. 40 years, maybe 50. Am I right? What do you think?
I think we can do better.
An Aussie broker can help you get the right home loan for right now. Go straight to Aussie.
Now's a great time to sort out your health cover with NIB. Join any combined hospital and extras cover online by October 31 and you'll get a virtual Visa e-gift card valued up to $400. Join NIB today. It's worth it.
G'day mate, how you going?
Very good.
How can we help you today?
I'm just chasing a barbie today.
Thanks mate, happy cooking. While you're here, how's your outdoor setting look?
Barbecues Galore has the largest range of furniture in CQ. From barbecues to fire pits, everything you need for outdoor entertaining this summer. Get ready for summer at Barbecues Galore. Yamba Road, North Rockhampton.
This spring, Ladbroke multi-legs with runners from the same race, and if any of them get up, you win. Ladbrokes, back yourself. It's back. The most amazing.
Oh, wow.
Spellbinding, incredible talent.
Absolutely brilliant.
Who will make it through to the finals?
Welcome to the finals.
New Britain's Got Talent. Thursday, 8:30 on 7.
Ghost Whisperer, streaming for free on 7+.
G'day, Livio Regano with tonight's weather. Widespread thunderstorms erupted right across eastern Queensland this afternoon with multiple warnings for heavy rain and strong winds stretching from the Capricornia to the Southern Downs. If you miss out today, it's all coming back again tomorrow, so brace for more. 24-hour rainfalls. Byfield had 47 millimetres. Marlborough had 39. Castle Hope, south of Gladstone, got 38 mils. Yeppoon and Gladstone about 15. Cloudy, muggy conditions out there today with tops in the high 20s after a very warm night and humidity a healthy 58%. On the satellite loop now, just as predicted, we saw a big band of juicy thunderstorms develop east of a trough this afternoon. You can see it's widespread, affecting the tropics. Cairns, Townsville, Mackay, all the way down to the New South Wales border has had some amount of rain, though the severe storms have really been concentrated in the southern half of the state, and it's all because of an upper level low now rather than just a trough, and it's established itself over southern New South Wales for several days now. So tomorrow we'll get the repeat performance again. Today's chart, on the surface, the main trigger is the cold front that's just hanging around southeast Queensland, around Fraser Island, connecting to a trough that's just a little way inland, and just east of that system is where the air is most volatile and rising explosively to form these big storms. Now on tomorrow's chart we get a repeat situation with a double trough, so potentially even worse. But on the outlook chart, the upper level trough and the surface system move offshore, so we'll get a couple of days of breathing space. The latest now from the Weather Bureau, boating forecast for Capricornia waters. Weather might be complicated, but at least the winds are easy, basically northwest to northeast for the whole forecast period and never more than 20 knots. Another high tide tomorrow morning, not a huge tide by common standards, but each daily peak is steadily rising with the approach of this weekend's full moon. The Capricornia district forecast, showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, potentially severe. 29 the top for Gladstone, Rockhampton 31, same for Billow, Yeppoon 28 degrees, Central Highlands and Coalfields, showers mainly in the north, but we could still see those severe storms. Emerald and Claremont reaching about 35 degrees, Moranbah 34. And looking ahead for Rockhampton, after a quiet period on Thursday, Friday, we've got some serious heat and humidity to reckon with over the weekend, but this time it's a lot less likely to lead to storms. Looks like a promising start to the wet season with La Nina on our side at least until autumn. Let's hope for more rain without the carnage, though as we all know, you can't always have it both ways. Thanks, team.
Great, thanks for that, Livio. That's all from us for this Tuesday. Thanks for your company.
And a reminder, if you'd like to watch any of our news again, you can catch it on 7+. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Good night.
Good night.